Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And that's your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back from Fox News. Joe Rogan forces Dr. Gupta to admit CNN shouldn't have called his COVID treatment horse dewormer. Do you think that that's a problem, that your news network lies? Rogan asked the CNN correspondent. Good for you, Joe. Now, there's a lot of things Joe Rogan says and does I don't agree with. I give his right to say it. He could be the most listened to person in America, maybe even the Western Hemisphere. I'm not sure. I know in English-speaking countries he certainly is. And he's grown to be huge and very influential. So this is really a big deal. Dr. Gupta, by the way, is the main, at least what I know of, the main medical person they ask on CNN to spout their BS. Joe Rogan confronted CNN's chief medical correspondent, Dr. Gupta, over his network claims that the podcast host took horse dewormer as a COVID treatment. On Wednesday's installment of the Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan grilled the doctor on why someone like him who already had COVID and his antibodies should get vaccinated. By the way, I'm glad you're better, Gupta said. Yeah, wow. You know what? Nice. Thank you, Joe responded. You're probably the only one on CNN who's glad. The rest of them are all lying about me taking horse medication. That bothered you, Gupta grinned? As in, didn't you realize? That's what we do over there. It's all a joke. It's all a scam. It's reality TV. Don't you know we're not a news network? We're just another arm of the Democratic National Committee. Now part of the government. Come on, Joe, you should know that. That's why he smirked. Like that's how we roll, Joe. Come on. It should bother you too, Rogan shot back. They're lying at your network about people taking human drugs versus drugs for veterinary. Calling it a horse dewormer is not the most flattering thing. I get that, Gupta conceded, which is admitting it's all bullshit. It's a lie. It's a scam. It's what the Democrats in the current administration wants them to say, so they said it concerning the horse dewormer. Oh, it's not the most flattering thing. Unbelievable. It's a lie, Rogan pushed back. It's a lie on News Network, a major news network whose, by the way, ratings are plummeting. And it's a lie that they're conscious of. It's not a mistake. They're unfavorably framing it as veterinary medicine. Yeah, it's not a mistake. It's done on purpose to push a narrative and to hurt people. That's what they do. Gupta pointed to the snarky statement released by the FDA saying, "You are not a horse, you're not a cow," in order to encourage people not to take ivermectin. But Rogan remained persistent on calling out CNN's coverage of a drug that's been given out to billions and billions of people and resulted in a Nobel Prize. Yeah, that's when Nobel Prize meant something. They gave one to Barack Obama, and you ask all the Obama supporters about the Nobel Prize. Oh, yeah, he deserved it. Yeah, he was president, what, like 2-3 months? And then you ask him what he did to get it, and you get this. I don't know specifically. I'm not really up on it that much, but I know he deserved it. Yeah, okay. Why would they lie and say that's horse dewormer, Rogan asked? I can't afford people medicine mother effer. It's ridiculous. Yeah, he's got unknown tens of millions. Of course he can. It's just a lie. Don't you think that a lie like that is dangerous on a news network when you know that they know they're lying? Yeah, Joe. Yep. That they know they're lying. Do you think that's a problem that your news network lies? What did they say, Gupta asked? Like he didn't know. Of course he knew. He's their chief medical correspondent. The podcast host first told Gupta that his ivermectin was prescribed to him by a doctor, forcing the CNN correspondent to say the drug shouldn't be called horse dewormer. Does it bother you that your network you work for out and out lied? Just outright lied about me taking horse dewormer? They shouldn't have said that. Why did they do that, Rogan asked. I don't know, Gupta responded. You didn't ask? You're the medical guy over there, Rogan exclaimed. I didn't ask, Gupta said. I should have asked before coming on this podcast. Yeah, they're going to say, well, Dr. Gupta, we lied because he knew, of course, the whole thing was crap. Let's listen to the exchange.
Horse dewormer's not a flattering thing. I get that.
It's a lie. It's a lie on a news network, and it's a lie that's a willing. That's a lie that they're conscious of. This is not a mistake.
Yeah.
They're unfavorably framing it as veterinary medicine.
Well, the FDA put this thing out. You saw that. Did you see that thing that the FDA put out?
What did the FDA put out?
It was a tweet, and it was snarky. I admit it. They said, you are not a horse, you are not a cow, stop taking this stuff, or something like that.
Why would you say that when you're talking about a drug that's been given out to billions and billions of people, a drug that was responsible for one of the inventors of it making
Nobel Prize.
The Nobel Prize in 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, a drug that has been shown to stop viral replication in vitro. You know that, right? Why would they lie and say that's horse dewormer? I can afford people medicine, motherfucker. This is ridiculous. It's just a lie.
I don't think anyone is...
But don't you think that a lie like that is dangerous on a news network when you know that they know they're lying? You know that they know that I took medicine, like, here it is. This is ivermectin.
You got
this
it
is
with
right
you.
Here. Somebody gave it to me.
All right, hang on. The thing is, we're like going so fast. Like I feel like I'm missing.
Do you think that's a problem that your news network lies?
Well, I don't.
Dude,
what did they say?
They lied and said
say?
I was taking horse dewormer. First of all, it was prescribed to me by a doctor.
Yeah.
Along
they
with
shouldn't have said
a
it was
bunch of other medications.
If you got a human pill, because there were people that were taking the veterinary medication, and you're not, obviously. You got it from a doctor, so that it shouldn't be called that. Ivermectin can be a very effective medication for parasitic disease, and as you say, it's probably, I think, 250 million people have taken it around the world?
More.
I get that.
Way more.
So,
way more. Billions of people have taken it.
Can I just come back to the one I want to talk about? Two things on
you
the
have
ledger.
You have, before we get to that, does it bother you that the news network you work for out and out lied, just outright lied about me taking horse dewormer?
They shouldn't have said that.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
You didn't ask? You didn't think that was you're the medical guy over there.
I didn't ask. I should have asked before coming on
But they did
the
it with
podcast.
such glee.
No,
yes,
Joe.
they did. I watched.
Gupta denied Rogan's claim that CNN made the claims with such glee before playing a clip of Out Front anchor Aaron Burnett calling ivermectin a livestock drug. I don't think Aaron had glee, Gupta reacted. Oh, but he knew she didn't have glee, but he didn't know what they said? Really? Well, it's more Brian Stelter, who was the gleeful one, Rogan replied, referring to CNN's left-wing media guru. The point is it's a lie. That can be used for humans, I get it, an uncomfortable Gupta exclaimed. What do you mean you get it? You're a doctor, you idiot. It's not just could be used for humans. It's often used for humans along with other drugs that I took. All human drugs, the podcast host said. They know that's a human drug and they lied. It's deflammatory. Yeah, they shouldn't have said it, Gupta reiterated. I don't know if it's defamatory. Really, you idiot? I mean, he's trying to cover his own behind. And the people that pay him large amounts of money, I have no doubt. I wonder when the last time this guy actually saw a patient. I'll bet it is. I bet it is, Rogan asserted. It's a lie. Rogan went on to knock CNN for not reporting how he tested negative 5 days later and felt great following his treatment. My point is, you're working for a news organization. If they're lying about a comedian taking horse medication, what are they telling us about Russia? What are they telling us about Syria? Do you understand that that's why people get concerned about the veracity of the news? Rogan pressed Gupta before the CNN correspondent again conceded he did not take a horse dewormer. Well, Joe, you know what? I'll give you another round of applause. I haven't seen the whole segment. I plan on seeing it. But that's an extraordinary exchange. That's an extraordinary exchange. And good for you, Joe. Good for you. I'm glad this is finally coming out. How many people are going to believe CNN's full of crap, MSNBC? I mean, it's amazing to me. There's opinions, of course, from people. There's a lot of opinions on Fox, which I watch. But you know their opinions. They're not giving you the news that he took horse medication. And they told thousands of other lies. I mean, they went on for 3 days once because Trump had 2 scoops of ice cream and everybody else had 1. That he threw in all the fish food and embarrassed himself in front of the Japanese prime minister, whom we saw later the film was edited, and it was the Japanese prime minister that threw in all the food, and Trump just followed. That's how ridiculous these people are. It's reality TV. I hope they get theirs. And I guess the latest ratings came out, and Fox has 3 times the audience CNN has. So good for them. And good for you, Joe, even though you and I don't always agree on things. I think you call it like you see it. I don't always agree with that, but in this case, I certainly do. They insulted you personally and lied, and you called them out on it, and I'm surprised Dr. Gupta even decided to come on your show. But the thing is, though, you're so big now. As far as audience goes, you are the biggest game in town. So they have to come on your show whether they want to or not. Anyway, slowly but surely, the curtain's being pulled away. Let's just hope that people are paying attention. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.